Hello from Greece, I'm Damian Laounaros and I'm the writer of A Madman's World. This is my second book, published by Vakxikon Publications in 2023. A Madman's World was conceived right in the middle of the pandemic crisis. During the lockdown, I was trying to find ways to remain creative and active in order to self-discharge from all that was happening around us. So I started writing stories. In the beginning, they were mostly personal experiences of a quite challenging time of my life. The characters were common people that everyone could relate to. Then along came fiction, still though inspired by true events that caught my attention or made an impression on me. It wasn't long though till I realized that these stories had a common denominator, and that was the disintegration of the social structures that define our lives and choices. In an ever-changing, fast-developing world, I believe we remain desperately attached to obsolete rules and archetypes that don't apply to the contemporary man anymore, thus resulting to the rapid increase of unhappiness and depression surrounding us. That seemed insane to me. As a society, we tend to define as man all of those who don't conform to these standards and end up locked in mental institutions as they're considered a threat to themselves and to others. These stories, I believe, raise the question of what actually counts as insanity and threatening to the well-being of mankind. Is it possible that the way we tend to live our lives and may lead us to self-destruction is the real madness? The answer to this question is up to you to decide. So now I'm going to read for you an extract from a short story with the name Cheating with the Devil. I hope you enjoy the reading. For a while there, we didn't speak. We drank coke and smoked. He had his head down and I stopped looking at him and was now staring at my cigarette cherry. "Do you have a girlfriend?" he asked, raising his eyes. "I do. You?" "I do too. Do you think about her?" he asked with a crooked smile. "Nah, I try not to think about anyone from the life outside. There is no point. They're part of a different life. They cannot help me. Thinking about them can only make things worse for me. I should stop too. I caught her cheating last time I was out." "You're not the first nor the last. Relax. When we finally get discharged, you can break up with her and find yourself another girl." "I caught her cheating on me with the devil, man," he said loudly, staring into my eyes without blinking. I tried to keep myself from laughing. I took a sip of my soda and lit another cigarette. I did it. I didn't laugh. I put on a serious face and asked him, "What do you mean exactly? What do you think I mean?" "I don't, that's why I'm asking you to tell me." "One afternoon, about a month ago, I was on leave and I went to our house in Lucha. I opened the door and on our couch I saw the devil on top of my girlfriend fucking her. Do you understand now? Satan himself was fucking my girlfriend." His eyes were turning red again. I kept my cool out of sheer curiosity. "And how did the devil look like? I mean, who did he look like?" I asked. "He was tall and human-like and had the head of a ram, a black ram." "So what happened when you saw them? Where did he go?" "He jumped out of the window. I jumped too and started chasing him in the yard. And just when I was about to catch him, he disappeared in a cloud of black smoke, as if he vanished." "Are you sure this is what you saw?" "Yes, I am. There is no doubt." "What happened to your girlfriend?" "She was terrified and crying. She was afraid of how I would react. But I was understanding. It's not every day that the devil fucks you, nor does it happen to everyone." "I completely agree with that. You get screwed by so many things every day that you get screwed by the devil on top of that? It's just too much." "Listen to me. I know what people say about me, but I'm not crazy. I know what I saw, and it wasn't the first time." "You mean to say that the devil has fucked your girlfriend before?" "No. Nevertheless, he's been on my tail for years." I was beginning to realize that this conversation was going to drag on for long, and I was getting drowsy. "I'm going to bed, Kay. It's gonna be all right. And hang in there." "Thanks, man, and thanks for keeping me company." "No problem." We both got up and head for our barracks. Is there any empty bed in your dorm for me? He asked. For a brief moment, I considered telling him no. Most likely, come on. He came and grabbed the second bed to my left, and within 5 minutes he was asleep and snoring. That night, I slept with one eye open. I pitied him. My mind was made up about him. He was one of those people who, for whatever good happens in their lives, and more so the bad things, there were always an underlying divine intervention. This probably offered them a relief in order to be able to bear life's constant slaps in the face. The hazing, the injustice, the beating taken by their fathers, the harassment suffered by their bosses, their friends and relatives unexpectedly cutting ties with them, their wives dumping them, and so much more. Most of life's misfortunes are man-made and directed at man, and this is hard to really digest. What definitely troubled me was that this guy served in the Special Forces Corps and was walking around with a magazine-fed bolt or action rifle. A few days later, we were both on leave. Arriving at the gate, there was a brunette girl in a white Volkswagen waiting for Kay. I saw her. She hugged him and kissed him. They got into the car and drove in a hurry. At least it's real, I thought to myself. I began to speculate that his girlfriend was fucking some guy, and when he caught them, she probably convinced him that it wasn't who he thought it was. I don't think it took her that long to convince him. Accepting reality is sometimes hard. Therefore, you create your own and choose to live in it. In there, everything is bearable. Thank you for watching.